how to play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
I can now definitively tell all of you, I am not getting nearly as much. I mean, I'm getting like a fraction of the views and attention on Tekken as I did on Street Fighter 6. Case in point, those videos with Paul, which is good gameplay. It's me kicking butt with Paul, getting big combos, learning strategies, mix-ups, doing good stuff, and getting progressively better. It's good gameplay. You know, it is. It's my journey with Paul to get better. Those videos in 24 hours don't even have 300 views each. You know?
Oh no, views, money, money, money.
And I know that's a weird arbitrary number, but for me, over the years on YouTube, like, for any new game or something, you should look to aim at least to get 300 views. You know, within the first 12 hours, if you don't get 300 views within 24 hours, it essentially means there's not a lot of interest, right? And that's fine if you're balancing it with other stuff, but this is a brand new fighting game. It's only been out a week and a half, all right? When I was playing Street Fighter 6, right, and I was playing it and leveling up and stuff, there was 2 to 3 times as much interest as this. We had more people on the streams, we had more people engaged and invested in it, we had more people supporting it, and we had more people watching it, okay? So, here's the thing. I don't think it's me, because I'm actually approaching this game the same way I did Street Fighter 6. I'm studying, I'm getting better, I'm trying to learn. This is not me just messing around with the game and losing and then raging at the game. I'm actually legitimately trying to understand why I'm losing. I'm asking questions of the chat. Hey, why do you think I lost that? What is it with this move? What was that move? Was that his heat smash or was that something else? How do you avoid that? Can you punish that? And I'm trying to learn actively. I want to get better at Tekken because I really like this game. And quite frankly, I've always liked Tekken. I just never had the investment in it as I did Street Fighter. And I'll be honest, I think Street Fighter 6 is played out. Now it's been out, what, 8 months? And every time I play it, it just feels like it's more of the same, people playing exactly the same way, abusing the online connections and getting away with stuff, and it's just not that fun anymore. But yeah, like, just, it's indisputable at this point. Take a look at the reaction and the amount of attention that Tekken 8 is getting on this channel versus Street Fighter 6. It's night and day.
All that matters is more money.
But here's the decision that we have to come to, alright? I'm not going to be playing Tekken 8 as much as Street Fighter 6. I can't. Why? Because number one, right now there's a lot of other games going on that I need to continue to make progress in. And if I play as much Tekken as I did Street Fighter 6, I won't make the progress in those games that I need to. Alright, so that's just being matter of fact. But number two, Tekken is not getting as many views, attention, or support as Street Fighter 6 did. So because of that, I just can't play it more often. I can't be playing it 4 or 5 times a week like I was doing with Street Fighter 6. It wouldn't support the business. You understand? It just wouldn't. Yesterday, I barely hit the tier 1 goal for tips, and everything else was slow as hell. Like, basically, it was like, wow, I'm doing a daytime stream of Tekken, thinking that it's going to bring in more viewers, and it actually kind of did the opposite. Like, I probably would have done better playing any other game. And I'm like, wow, I'm surprised at this. I am. I'm definitely surprised at this. It confuses me because, again, the vibe that I was getting from my audience for months was, we're getting bored of Street Fighter 6, we can't wait for Tekken 8 because we like how you covered Street Fighter 6, so we want to see that in another different fighting game franchise. So that's exactly what I'm giving you, but definitely the attention's not there for it. Alright? So my question is, how do I approach moving forward in Tekken with all of this being the case? And here's the 2 scenarios. Number one, I play the game more casually. And what I mean by that is, I take maybe like once a week, I pick a new character. And maybe like for Friday night fights, you know, I go into training mode and I do a half an hour of practice, and then we play for about 90 minutes of online play, and then I do another stream later in the week of online multiplayer with that character. So essentially you're talking like 4.5 hours of online multiplayer with a new character each week, where I just try to learn the basics. I start from the bottom, right? And I try to learn basics, combos, or whatever, and apply. And I can do that like once a week. Because at least I want to play Tekken 8 twice a week. Probably one night stream, one day stream. Okay? So if that's the case, then doing it that way, right? Maybe I can learn 1 character a week. And then over the course of a month or 2, I'll know like 8 or 9 characters. Okay? That's one approach. Alright? The other approach is, instead of doing that, I focus in on 3 or 4 characters that I like, that I'm good with, and that I'm getting better with, and I really try to improve with just those characters, and I basically get to a much higher level of gameplay. It'll be way more challenging. It'll be frustrating, because people are going to be good. Oh, man. Alright, guys, good night. Now what I'm starting to realize, maybe it was just, people are just burnt out on fighting games because I played them for 7 months straight, and now it's just not that special anymore, right? Maybe that's what it is. I mean, maybe that's really what it is. People just got burnt out on fighting games in general, and I get that. It was, just think about this. Street Fighter 6 in June, Mortal Kombat 1 in September, Tekken in January. So within a 6-month period, 3 ginormous, high-profile, big fighting game franchises all came out with a new iteration. So that's a lot of fighting games in a short period of time. So maybe that's what it is, right? I'm not sure what to do about this. I want to make content you like. And I was under the impression people were all over Tekken 8 and waiting for it. That's the feedback I was getting on streams and everything. And then I tried to play this game, and it seems like there's just not that much interest. You know? So what's the deal? I need feedback. I cherish your feedback. I want you to understand this. I really appreciate feedback. Please leave comments on this video if you're part of the on-demand audience. I want to know your opinion.
Lol. What I love is when you get idiotic things said like this in the chat. He says, it's you, it's not the game. Oh, so that's why when I was playing Street Fighter 6, there was tons of attention and views, and now when I'm playing Tekken 8, there's not. Because it's me playing it. That makes no fucking sense. You're an idiot. Bye-bye. Banned, 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 banned. Gone. Forever. I love this dunce level stuff like that. Completely worthless feedback, not constructive at all, just moronic stuff that some idiot says because they don't like me. Oh my god, he's drinking piss.
I haven't mentioned this at all recently, but now it's time to start mentioning it, alright? Last month, I was very, very strongly negatively affected in the pocketbook by these trolls basically giving away so many free memberships, alright? I didn't get credit for any of those. You know, right now, I'm not even kidding. I just looked last night on a whim. I was like, gee, I wonder how many memberships we have on the channel. We have over 2,000 memberships on this channel right now. Out of those, less than 500 are valid paying members. So I went from a channel that in December had over 800 paying members down to a channel that doesn't even have 500 paying members. So I want you to think about that. Why did that happen? Because the trolls gave them away for free. And so people who normally would have become a member are not. They already got one. People who maybe would have given out memberships. Let's give some memberships that are legit. They're not doing it because I already have 2,000. You see? And this has very much hurt me financially. Okay? Now, many of you were already going to buy a membership. Alright? What I would ask is that if you have a free membership from one of these trolls, if you could contribute in another way, that would be great. Notably, this event is coming up on Saturday, right? If you tipped me during the event, that would be amazing. That would be great because that would help out a lot.
I remember I spent money pulling.
Basically, when I get paid this month by YouTube, it's going to be way less than it is usually. Like, by thousands of dollars because of this issue. And I don't know what's going to happen in the next month when I got to pay all my bills. Alright? I'm not asking anyone to go crazy. I'm not asking anyone to dump tons of donations. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you were someone who maybe already was going to get a membership and you got one for free, it'd be great if you could contribute in another way. Right now, what would help me is tips, because if you did do, say, a super chat, I won't see that until next month. It ain't going to help me in the next 30 to 60 days when I'm trying to pay bills. Right now, the tips are really the only way to help with that. Okay?
I absolutely rely on tips, and I can't get rid of them. I need them to do things daily, every week. You know what I mean?
So, if you could, you know, please, if you could contribute in some way, and maybe the day to do it would be Saturday during this big Super Bowl event, that'd be really cool. Have a big rallying of support on that day. Alright? But I'm not going to be harping on this. I'm not going to be bringing it up constantly. No, we're not going to do, oh, it's an emergency fundraiser stream with giant $1,000 goals. We're not doing that. I've been there, done that. I've learned from my past. Yes, I actually did streams like that in the past. I'm not proud of them. I did those streams when I was at my lowest, where basically I had to do them because I was in a situation where I had absolutely no money because of bankruptcy and all this debt I was in. Luckily, I'm not there right now, okay? But I need to recover from this idiocy of what these people have done on YouTube. And I'm hoping that this is the first step towards it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a good thing to start as a positive move towards recovery, as opposed to, you know, having to basically just deal with the fact that I guess YouTube isn't going to fix this issue anytime soon, and now I'm just supposed to have less income because of idiots? No, absolutely not. I'm putting out the same content, right? And people are liking the content. In fact, if you take a look at YouTube, this is true. In January, my views were up, my engagement was up, everything was up, income way down. Now, normally, the income is down in January because of ads. There's like no ads on YouTube in January because all the ads, you know, were for the holiday season, and they're dramatically reduced in January. I'm used to that. What I'm not used to is seeing the other thing happen at the same time. That's the problem. It was like the worst timing to have these things happen together, okay? So, if you could, please support the streams. If you can, please tip. And if you attend this stream on Saturday, that would be a great time to support the streams with a rallying of support with everyone together. That would put me in a much better position for the rest of this month, and I wouldn't have to worry all month about, oh God, how am I going to pay everything because I got less income because of these idiots. Okay? Thank you. No, I'm not dumping that on anyone. No, there's no personal responsibility there for anyone to do anything. I'm just telling you like it is, and if you can help, thank you in advance. Okay? Cool.
And I'm probably going to try to do some more fundraising. We need to raise more money. Let's see if we can raise some funds. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Still has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.